important, and they've done that in this one.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City.
Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away. Now he'll pull it down. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on the passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well. But that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them. And we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things. They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep...
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Now McCoy. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with McCoy. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This will be fielded at the 8. And an alley to run. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. That a 92-yard kick return as the Ravens push further out in front. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So he fielded the kick at the 8 and never looked back. A great return all the way to the end zone. 92 yards all told. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Chiefs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They go play fake. Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, and he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defense, yardage play, that's going to feel good and look great in film.
So the 3 points here.
Chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we come upon halftime, and who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 72 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mahomes now to throw. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 10th carry now for McCoy. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Throwing is Mahomes on third. This for his running back, McCoy. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Jackson now rolling to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that. They will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. He finds McCoy. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And the Ravens taking the field. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Terrell Suggs. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Steps away to his left. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Terrell Suggs picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Forced out to his left. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Dancing to his left. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. But now it's 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And able to catch it. But he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship.
The players on your team earned XP. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. This is the player card. Here you can, this is the development. This player has a zone ability. This is a
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lab. lovers, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis thrilled to be with you for this one. And Charles, the Ravens, they've done it again. Champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013, but had not won so much as a playoff game since then.
And remember, the franchise moved from Cleveland, but they started as a true fresh franchise. They didn't take the Browns with them. They became the Ravens. That was 1996. Won a Super Bowl over the Giants. Was that Super Bowl 35 in Tampa. They've won it twice overall, trying to win another one. And there's always a trademark when you think about the Ravens, right? The way they play defense, the way they run the football, how tough and hard.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll run this with Homer. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got Lockett. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38, going on the ground with Homer. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because, to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Here we go.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's going to take off with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. And an alley to run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 8 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. That's 2 really excellent drives for them to start this ballgame, both ending with.
Big picture, they look great, don't they? Like a well-oiled machine right now. But let's down focus a little bit and talk about the guy calling the signals and throwing the passes. He is playing with precision right now, scanning the field and making excellent throws.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
On the run, it's Robert Turbin. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Wilson. Quick snap, caught by Moore. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Wilson now off the bootleg. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Being chased out left. He'll run it. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Here's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot down. One drive, you're not. And last time I looked, it's still ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go either.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
54's mark. 54's mark.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as the Ravens push further out in front. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are. And finding ways to defeat them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. Second.
Just getting my face again.
Quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. This is Homer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
I think this is a free play for Wilson. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. For no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement, so now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
He's going to take off with it. And they'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we've reached halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. And the never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run it now with Turbin. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson, that's caught by Hollister. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They run with Turbin. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. It's caught, Lockett. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Wilson now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. Up it again. Again, it's Homer. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And got his man complete. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how it can hurt you. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
How do you do that? Good. Yeah, for some reason I don't know how to do that.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll run here with Turbin. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Wilson on third down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. As his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out of the field, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback,
you should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to come loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Wilson, and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Yes. 14. Yes, sir.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw again is Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. So they get pushed